There's a fear most people carry. A fear so deep, they bury it beneath smiles, polite words, and endless efforts to please. It's the fear that you are not truly loved. Not for your essence, not for your soul, but for your usefulness. For what you provide, for the comfort you bring to others' lives. It's a bitter truth, isn't it? One that gnaws at you quietly, especially when you're alone. If I stop giving, will I still matter? If I stop pleasing, will they still stay? We are conditioned from the earliest age to believe that love is earned. Be good, and you will be loved. Be agreeable, and you will be accepted. It sounds noble, but under that noble facade is a silent contract. One that says your value is conditional. And so you work harder, you smile wider, you give more, hoping to secure something solid, something lasting. But deep down, you felt the cracks. The moments when your endless kindness wasn't met with loyalty, but with expectation. When your patience wasn't honored, but quietly exploited. Here's the truth society rarely admits. Love, at least the kind we're often promised, is fragile. It's shaped by circumstances, by moods, by shifting desires. It's there, until it isn't. And the most terrifying realization, you can dedicate years, decades, building relationships on love, only to watch it crumble overnight. Because of one wrong move, one unmet expectation, one moment where you dared to choose yourself. That is the deep wound many carry. The realization that love, as beautiful as it is, can also be the most unstable foundation for your security. So if love is fragile, what remains? What truly holds power when affection fades and loyalty proves hollow? It's something less comfortable, less celebrated, but far more enduring. It is respect, and in its most potent form, a kind of quiet, calculated fear. Not fear that humiliates or crushes, but fear that signals, crossing me has a cost. This is where true power begins. And if you've ever felt that gnawing doubt, if you've ever wondered why all your goodness still left you vulnerable, then you're ready to uncover the truth that few dare to face. Are you prepared to stop chasing fragile love and start building unshakable authority? The dangerous illusion of kindness. We grow up believing kindness is a shield, that if we are generous enough, patient enough, selfless enough, the world will protect us. But history tells a harsher story. Take Julius Caesar, a leader loved by his people, admired for his vision. But his tragic flaw? He believed love would keep him safe. He trusted too deeply. He extended kindness, forgiveness, even to those he suspected of betrayal. And what happened? Those closest to him, men he had raised up, men who owed him everything, plunged knives into his back. Et tu, brute, the ultimate betrayal. Why? Because love and kindness, as powerful as they seem, are no match for human self-interest. But this isn't just a story from ancient Rome. Look around you today. Think of the office worker, the one who always says yes, the one who picks up extra shifts, covers for others' mistakes, and never complains. At first, everyone praises them. Such a team player, they say. But over time, admiration quietly shifts into expectation. Soon, people stop asking for favors. They assume them. And when that kind employee finally draws the line, when they finally say no, they're no longer celebrated. They're criticized, labeled as difficult, cold, or selfish. Why? Because in the eyes of others, their kindness became a silent contract, a promise of endless availability. And when that promise is broken, resentment brews. This is the trap of kindness. The very thing you thought was protecting you can become the rope that binds you, Society glorifies kindness on the surface. We post quotes about compassion, praise selflessness, hold up the ideal of the endlessly giving person. But beneath the surface, human nature is always testing boundaries. We respect kindness, but we respect strength even more. And when kindness appears without strength, it signals something dangerous. Softness, vulnerability, an open door that invites exploitation. That's why the kindest souls often become the most used and the most broken. It's a bitter paradox. The more you give without limits, the more people expect, and the less they appreciate. So the question becomes, if kindness alone isn't enough to secure respect, if love can so easily turn to betrayal, what truly keeps you safe? What is the foundation of lasting power? That's what we're about to uncover next. Fear versus love, the pillars of real power. Machiavelli once said, "It's safer to be feared than loved." That might sound harsh, but think about it for a moment. Love feels strong, but it's based on emotions. And emotions? They change all the time. One mistake, one bad day, and people who once loved you can turn cold fast. We've all seen it. A boss, a friend, or even a partner who was loved, until something went wrong. Suddenly all that loyalty and warmth, gone. That's because love is fragile. It depends on how others feel, and feelings are never fully in your control. Fear, though, is different. It sticks. When people fear crossing you, they think twice, no matter how they feel about you personally. It's not about being cruel. It's about setting clear boundaries that people know not to cross. Here's where many get it wrong. Brutal fear, where you crush or humiliate others, always backfires. It turns into hate, and hate breeds revenge. The real power is in respectful fear. It's that quiet understanding. If I cross this person, there will be consequences. That's what makes true leaders different. They don't need to yell or threaten. Their presence alone sets the tone. Why? Because they've built a reputation firm, fair, and serious. It comes down to this balance. Rules, laws. These tell people what's okay and what's not. Enforcement, force. This makes sure those rules actually mean something. If you only have rules but no way to back them up, people ignore them. If you only use force without clear rules, you become a tyrant. True power? It's both. Fair rules plus real consequences. So here's the key. Don't aim to be loved first. Aim to be respected. And if love comes after that, great. But never let love come at the cost of your authority. Now, the next challenge. What happens when you push too far or get trapped trying to please everyone again? That's where things get dangerous. And it's exactly what we'll dive into next. The trap of seeking approval. Let's talk about one of the most dangerous traps. One that's especially common today, approval addiction. It starts small. You want people to like you. You want to be seen as kind, easy to work with, understanding. That sounds harmless, right? But here's where it turns toxic. The more you crave approval, the more you start bending. Adjusting your words, your actions, even your values, just to keep others happy. At first it works. People respond well. They smile, they praise you, they accept you. But over time, something shifts. Instead of earning lasting respect, you train people to expect you to always please them. And the moment you stop, the approval disappears fast. We see this everywhere now, especially in today's likability culture. On social media, everyone's chasing likes, comments, and validation. In the workplace, people are scared to say no because they don't want to seem difficult or negative. But here's the harsh truth. The more you chase approval, the weaker your authority becomes. People don't respect those who always aim to please. They respect those who stand their ground, even when it's uncomfortable. And here's the paradox. The harder you try to be liked by everyone, the easier it is to be disrespected. Because when you stretch yourself too thin, you blur your boundaries. And when your boundaries are unclear, people push and push until you break. So ask yourself honestly, are you leading or are you just trying to keep everyone happy? Real leaders don't aim to be liked first. They aim to be respected. And if respect turns into genuine loyalty, that's a bonus. But it's never the main goal. Now the big question. How do you break out of this trap? How do you rebuild authority once you've fallen into the cycle of constant approval seeking? The answer lies in something powerful: controlling your image and becoming just unpredictable enough that people never feel too comfortable. That's the strategy we're about to explore next. Mastering mystery and strategic silence. Power isn't just about strength, it's about control. And one of the strongest forms of control is being unreadable. Here's the simple truth. People fear what they don't understand. And when someone can't figure you out, they naturally hold back. That's why mysterious people command more respect. Their silence creates uncertainty. And uncertainty creates caution. Let's break this down. Strategic silence. Silence isn't weakness. When used wisely, it's a power move. Think about it. Most people rush to explain, defend, or justify themselves. But when you pause, when you hold back your words, it forces the other person to wonder what you're thinking. That alone shifts the power dynamic. In meetings, in conflicts, even in personal conversations. Try this. Instead of reacting right away, stay quiet for a moment longer than expected. Watch how the room changes. Suddenly all eyes are on you, waiting, guessing, overthinking. That's authority without saying a word. Controlled disclosure. Another key technique is revealing only what's necessary. Don't lay all your cards on the table. Keep your plans and thoughts partially hidden. Why? Because mystery keeps people alert. If they know everything, they stop respecting you. But if there's always a part of you they can't quite figure out, they stay cautious. This creates what I call a mental shield. People can't attack what they don't fully see. And when your next move is unclear, they hesitate, afraid to make the wrong step. The power of unpredictability. When you're predictable, the people plan around you. But when you stay unpredictable, mixing silence with sharp, clear actions, no one feels comfortable testing your limits. The result? You maintain power without needing to constantly assert it. Your presence alone becomes enough to keep people in check. But here's the catch. The more mysterious and powerful you become, the more you'll attract rivals. People who are curious, jealous, or even threatened by your control. That's why mystery alone isn't enough. You also need the skill to handle those rivals, to turn their attention into an advantage. And that's exactly where we're headed next. Rivals, sabotage, and psychological power games. The more powerful you become, the more rivals you attract. It's unavoidable. Power always draws competition. Sometimes open, sometimes hidden in the shadows. The real danger? It's not the rival who challenges you openly. It's the one who operates quietly, undermining you bit by bit. That's why the first rule of power is this: always be watching. Pay close attention to patterns, subtle shifts, and micro-reactions. True threats often reveal themselves in small, almost invisible ways: a change in tone, a hesitation, a glance that lingers too long. Most leaders react when it's too late. Smart leaders spot trouble early and position themselves to neutralize it before it explodes. Now let's talk strategy. Proxy wars. Sometimes direct confrontation isn't the smartest move. Instead, you let rivals battle each other. while you stay above the fight. This is called a proxy war. By allowing others to clash, you conserve your energy and maintain your image of control. And when the dust settles, you step in, stronger than before, having let your enemies weaken each other. Controlled opposition. Here's a twist. Sometimes it's useful to keep a rival close. Not to destroy them right away, but to let their presence serve as a warning to everyone else. Their struggle becomes your silent victory. Their failure sends a message. Crossing me doesn't end well. But none of this works if you're not watching closely. Observation is your strongest weapon. Don't rush. Let people believe you're not paying attention, even as you collect every piece of information. Because surprise is your trump card. The move they don't see coming is the one they can't defend against. Remember, power isn't just about winning battles. It's about staying unshaken, even when others are trying to sabotage you behind the scenes. True authority is quiet, but always aware. It survives not because it crushes every threat loudly, but because it anticipates, redirects, and outlasts. But no matter how sharp your strategy, there will come a time when your power is directly tested. A crisis, a turning point. And in that moment, how you react won't just protect your power, it will define you. That's exactly where we're headed next. True strength is proven in crisis. Anyone can look powerful when things are smooth. But real strength? It's only revealed when everything falls apart. A crisis is the ultimate test.
It strips away all illusions.
No more hiding behind titles, followers, or nice words. In the middle of chaos, the true leader is the one who stays calm when everyone else panics. Think of great leaders in history. Winston Churchill during the Blitz. He didn't promise that things would be easy. He stood firm, steady. His calm voice became the backbone of a nation under fire, or closer to business. Look at Steve Jobs. When Apple was on the brink of collapse in the 1990s, he didn't flinch. He made bold, clear decisions, even when the world doubted him. And from that pressure, he rebuilt one of the strongest brands in history. So what's their secret? It's not superhuman courage. It's something simpler, but harder to master: emotional discipline. When crisis hits, your first instinct is to react fast, to fix things immediately. But rash moves often make things worse. The real power is in holding steady, assessing the situation without panic, and making decisions from a place of clarity. Here's a simple tactic for calm leadership. Pause before action. Take a breath, literally, before you speak or decide. That one pause prevents impulsive mistakes. Project confidence, even if you feel shaky inside. People don't follow panic. They follow steadiness. Stick to your core principles. Crisis makes people desperate, but a true leader resists shortcuts that betray their values. The key is this: power isn't just about control in good times. It's about stability under pressure. Your calm becomes contagious. And when people see you hold firm, their trust in you deepens, often permanently. But remember, even after you survive one crisis, another will come. That's the nature of power. It's a long game, not a one-time victory. And that leads us to the final truth. If you want to last in the game of power, you need to understand its rhythms, its risks, and how to play it with wisdom. Not just brute force. That's what we'll lock in next. The lasting balance of power. We've come full circle. We started with the hidden fear, that deep anxiety we all carry. The fear that love alone won't protect us. We exposed the traps, the addiction to approval, the illusion that being nice is enough to keep you safe. And we uncovered the truth. Real power is built on respect, not just affection. It's a balance. Kindness with strength, mystery with clarity, firm boundaries with calm leadership. True leaders master this dance. They don't crumble in crisis. They don't rush to please. They stay steady, watchful, and act only when the moment is right. Because in the end, power isn't about domination. It's about control of yourself first, and then of the world around you. And the leaders who last, they are the ones who play the long game, with strategy, patience, and precision. So here's the final question. Are you ready to step into this game? To stop chasing comfort and start building real, lasting power? Because if safety is all you seek, this isn't your path. But if you want to lead, influence, and leave your mark, the time is now. If this message spoke to you, if you're serious about growth and leadership, hit that like button right now. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe, because we are just getting started. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next deep dive into the psychology of power and strategy. And one last thing. If you've made it this far, drop this in the comments. Real power is earned, not given. I want to see who's truly committed. The choice is yours. Will you rise or stay where you are?